Welcome back to 10 Cents Podcast. I'm your host, Robbie, and across from me is my co-host, Adam Nielsen.
Yeah, I guess.
And you are wearing a nice shirt.
You're wearing a nice shirt too, Robbie.
We got our new Petrobox shirts in the mail the other day.
Hell yeah. Custom made for Robbie Veerhout.
Yep.
It's got a dinosaur on it.
It says Petrobox, and then it has a tadpole. Well, I guess.
It's an evolution thing.
Yeah, so it's like an embryo, then a tadpole, then a dinosaur, and then oil.
Evolution.
Fossil.
I laughed about it. So then I had to explain. So I showed this to my son, right?
Yep.
So this turned into a learning experience opportunity for him because he didn't get it.
Yeah, at that
I
age.
just wanted to show him the dinosaur, right?
Yeah, but he wanted to comprehend
and
the
he was
whole
like,
thing.
I don't understand why there's oil on it. So then I had to explain to him. And like, I don't really understand how they went from dinosaurs to oil.
Fossil fuels.
I'm not a geologist.
Yeah.
I only play one on the weekends with an app on my phone.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't do a very good job of explaining it to him, I'm sure, but I did my best.
Yeah. I mean, it's all he can do. He'll go to his science teacher and be like, explain to me how dinosaurs became oil. And
Speaking of geology.
Okay.
So, you know how I'm terrible about remembering things?
Yeah.
And
you're terrible at remembering useful things.
No. I'm terrible about
facts,
remembering to do something.
Yes.
To get something, to bring something, to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we were at Road America this year.
Oh, that's right.
A stranger whose name I'm still not sure of came up to me and asked me if I was Adam.
The Adam.
Which I am. And then he handed me like a tackle box thing that had a bunch of rocks in it.
I think I have that picture still.
And apparently it came from Brad Kosiba.
Okay.
I remember that.
That's probably wrong.
Who is no, it's definitely not. He's a GLTC driver.
Okay.
Who I'm assuming listens to our show and probably thinks I'm a fucking prick for like not saying a word about the rocks that he gave me 6 months ago.
Yep.
But apparently he must work for some sort of company that does like education.
Oh, yeah, so they do like science things that they send to schools.
Right. Yeah, that schools buy. And he gave me this thing. And my daughter loves it. She thinks it's the coolest. She loves to open it and then rearrange the rocks in there and then close it again.
So what kind of rocks are in
They're just
such a thing?
Quartz and rose quartz and just different non-precious common rocks.
And it tells you what they are?
Yes, there's a book that came with it. And Brad's business card. And I don't think I've ever actually met Brad in person.
I don't think
And if I have, I don't remember it, and I apologize. If I did meet him, I'm big-timing him right now.
But that's a very nice gift.
It was really cool, and I really did appreciate it, but then I keep forgetting. I see it every once in a while. I go, I should bring that with me sometime. And then I promptly don't.
You never do.
No, I don't.
No, they didn't download for whatever reason. I don't care.
The only reason that this made it today, this
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
On your body.
No, because I can't wear this at work.
You can wear it under your shirt if it's cold.
No, definitely not. But when I opened my petrol box, I had just finished cleaning out my lunchbox from that day.
Yep.
Because it was sitting on my front step.
Right.
And so I brought it in, emptied my lunchbox, then opened my petrol box and went drop into the lunchbox. And I was like, okay, I don't know what day I'm recording next, but I won't forget the shirt because it's in my lunchbox.
That is nice.
So that was how I remembered it.
Well, if you want your own Petrobox shirt, you can use our code TTP15. Get 15% off that first box at mypetrobox.com.
The shirt game, he's been killing it. He's been killing it lately. The last couple of boxes have had really dope shirts.
Yeah, the last three have been excellent.
Was it last month's that was like the very metal one with the fire and the skulls and stuff?
That was 2 months ago.
Okay, so the last one was the yellow one.
Yes.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yep.
But the metal one I very much appreciated.
Yep, I think the yellow one that said "Love Your Ride." Am I thinking of the right one? No, that's the orange one. Even that one's good. That was probably from a few months ago.
Yeah.
See, this is nice. You have so many presents, you can't remember which one when you. I
did ask him to give me stuff that wasn't black or gray.
Oh, you're the reason for this.
I want new colors.
No, black and gray.
I really appreciated the yellow shirt.
No.
Yeah.
Black and gray.
No. Gotta color up your life a little, Robbie.
No.
Live a little.
No. Iowa State had black shirts, so I bought those. I don't want the red shirts. That's too much attention grabby.
I don't want.
I like my clothes dark and gray. I like my cars and other things a little more bright.
No, I don't want all of my shirts to be bright colors, but I don't mind having one or two.
All right. I like lighter colors, like grays, like a.
No, I'm tired of charcoals and grays.
Doesn't
and
need to be no, I'm saying like
I just want a couple of shirts that are a little bit loud, flamboyant, if you will.
Yeah, he should definitely have like a Hawaiian shirt coming out. That'd be great,
dude.
Then you'd have to wear a button-up shirt.
What I want is a regular T-shirt that looks like a Hawaiian button-up Petrobox T-shirt. That would be great. I would love that.
They can make that happen for sure.
I would love that.
Man, we seem to speak things into
like
existence.
A Corvette.
So.
Oh, that's right, because there is a penny saved is a penny race card shirt as well.
Yep, that was because of the one thing I said.
Here. Yeah, that happened here right on this very podcast. A Corvette themed box.
Yep.
With a standard Corvette shirt and
some white long tube socks with Petrobras logos on them.
Oh man, that would be so good.
Then the sticker and
like
the
maybe
air freshener and
I wonder if he could get a Petrobox.
Could be Corvettes.
I wonder if he could get a Petrobox Crocs charm.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't have a pair of Crocs because I'm not a terrible human being, but like I feel like there's probably enough people.
Dude, they're so comfortable.
I can't do it, man.
I don't have any, but Jess's dad does. I don't know why he bought them or who bought them for him, but when we're at the lake house, the first thing I do when we go outside again, of course, being inside,
yeah,
I put those on, and they're bright orange,
and
I
wear, a little piece of you dies, but
it annoys Jess so much.
Oh yeah,
because she truly hates them.
Oh good,
and they never leave my feet.
Perfect.
And I wear them.
That's worth it. Yep. That see, the problem is that Katie loves Crocs.
Oh no,
so I can't.
Nope.
Not only do I not like them anyway, but
yeah, you don't want to steer into that.
Right. If Katie hated them like Jess did, I'd probably own a pair.
Or 2 or 3 or 4.
No, let's not get carried away.
You had to have different colors.
I don't even own that many shoes, Robbie.
Yeah. Mine are all black. Black Vans. That's what I like.
I have my Red Wing boots.
Yep. I got a pair of those.
And my New Balances.
And
I've bought the same New Balances like the last 10 times I've bought shoes. I literally walk into the store and I look on the tag on my shoe and I go, oh yeah, it's like whatever it is, 506 or whatever the number is, because that's how they differentiate.
It's like Levi's jeans.
Yep. And then I go, there's my number, there's my size, let's go. I don't try them on.
Nope, there's no need to.
There's no point.
Nope.
Katie's like, you're not going to try them on? I'm like, no, Katie, I'm literally wearing this shoe right now.
I'm that way with this.
Well, what if they changed them?
They don't change them. There would be riots in the street.
You can't change perfection, Robbie.
That's how I feel about the Vans, which haven't changed since the beginning.
Yeah.
All black Vans.
Yeah.
Or the suede Pumas. Those are the two.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to a pair of like low key Vans.
Yeah.
Nothing ridiculous.
No, just.
But like I've gone too far at this point, Robbie.
I know you're all white New Balances.
I am too far into the dad phase of my life. I can't go back now. And the thought of like sitting down in a shoe store and finding the pair of Vans shoes that fit me and that I like, I won't do it.
Remember those slip-on Vans that I got from Dalton when I traded them at skateboard deck?
Uh-huh.
And I wear them in the shop every day still. I've got another pair of them, but in black.
Yeah.
I didn't try them on.
You just rolled the dice?
Yeah. Apparently, either they changed them or the style that Dalton had was like for wide feet.
Oh,
and the style that I got was for skinny, narrow feet.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, my feet are not skinny and narrow.
Oh, good.
So they fit comfortably in the wide shoe.
Uh-huh.
And then the narrow ones are a little too tight. So that's what you get.
What do you do with driving shoes? Like, I assume you have a pair of fire shoes.
I did the Bridge Motos I think those fit true to size. He was at Grid Life, so I tried them on.
Oh, okay.
And then just bought them right then and there. And then Booney bought a pair of those Pumas racing shoes.
Yeah.
And he ordered it based to his size, but it's made in Europe, so doesn't really translate to American sizes very well.
Right.
So they were, I believe, half a size, probably too small for him. And they fit me perfect.
Right.
So I bought them off of him.
Okay.
So I'll probably get another pair of those. But I don't, they like lace up on the side and they don't have like a strap. So the laces it just kind of fits weird. I mean, it's fine. I don't notice it, but every time I lace them, I'm like, this is kind of a weird setup. And I like the bridge motor with a traditional lace up the front.
And then the big tongue
It
strap.
has a strap across the front, and you hold the laces in place. I like that.
Yeah, because you don't want your laces being dumb.
No, but the Puma is a better shoe. It's got better. It actually has support for your feet.
Oh, so it as a shoe.
No. God, no.
It performs better.
As a driving shoe, it performs better.
Okay, so you do want support in your
just a little. I don't want to.
I suppose.
I want to.
I've never worn anything except like my tennis shoes when driving.
It changes the game, man. It's a whole different thing.
It probably is.
It's a whole different thing.
It probably is.
Yep. It was even in the simulator. I got a pair of those Pumas. It's just like a Velcro shoe. That's basically a driving shoe.
Yeah.
It's not SFI rated, obviously. It's just like for rallies and shit, I guess would probably be the best way to describe it, because it has a rolled heel. But they were at like some shoe store, and they had like some crazy going out of business sale, and I was walking through just checking the clearance aisle, as I do.
As one does, absolutely.
Like when I go to Kohl's, I only go to the clearance aisle. If they don't have a shirt that I like there, I guess I'm not buying clothes today.
That's fair. I discovered.
But hold on, let me finish my...
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
But about the Pumas, I was walking through there, and I'm like, all right, Pumas. And I tried them on. I was like, these would be a great driving shoe. $20. So now there's no sim shoes. But you would not want to walk in those for any amount of periods of time.
Yeah.
Because there's literally no support whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So you tied it into cars, Robbie.
Exactly.
Where were we? Petrol box things?
Yeah, so mypetrolbox.com.
Get a cool t-shirt.
Use the code that is in the description of this show.
Robbie.
We have things.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that already.
So last week, our buddy Jason sent you a great thing that I didn't put on the wall. But it's fine because this is a podcast. No one watches. Okay, a lot of people watch. But enough people watch.
Enough to make it worth doing it still.
Yep. But I didn't do it. I was too busy doing other things.
That's fine. Later. Yeah.
But Jason sent another box that showed up shortly thereafter.
Yeah, he did.
It's drinks.
Yay.
So the first one, Ghost Pepper Soda.
I can't describe to you how annoyed I am with this.
The second one,
is that the Buffalo
Lemonade?
Oh, that's just delicious.
It's
and hilarious.
Get hammered and sickled.
It's hilarious.
Lemonade, a taste worth standing in line for.
It's got a bunch of like funny communist jokes on it,
right,
which are probably really in poor taste now, but it's delicious.
And what are they going to do?
Let me see that bad boy. Okay. I love this stuff. This is one of my favorites.
We'll save that.
Get hammered and sickled.
We got pickle soda.
Oh, god damn it. That's just going to be salty. Like me.
We got banana nut soda.
Oh, yeah.
Monkeys.
I'm excited. Oh, I love the monkeys.
We got grass soda. We've had that before. That's like
that one's delicious too.
That's a line. It's like an apple.
I think it was like a pear.
Yeah, that's all right. I think you're right.
It was delicious. Right. Dude, I'm excited about this banana nut soda.
And the last one, Jones Special. Oh, god damn it.
Fucking
turkey and gravy soda.
This is the group's fault, Robbie.
Yeah, I invited him into the group, and now this is what happened.
And this is what happened. Some asshole, I don't remember who, posted about that fucking turkey shit. And then at least I get a bottle of lemonade.
Yep.
You can't get this anymore. The place that I used to buy this lemonade at, because I have a thing for weird craft sodas,
I know you do.
Right?
I know you do.
It's like since I don't drink beer,
right?
I replace my desire for strange craft beers with
craft sodas,
weird craft sodas.
I get that.
So I used to buy this at the candy store in one of the malls, and that candy store went out of business. And so now I can't
Have
get
you been to one of the Hy-Vees here in West Des Moines? They literally have like 2 aisles of just candy and soda now.
One of the Hy-Vees in Ames has that too.
Okay, check there. Otherwise, there is a candy store in Valley Junction.
Oh, in Valley Junction.
Yes, I've never been in it, but it's fairly large.
Oh, fucking field trip. Let's go, Robbie.
I guess I could go check it out next time I go to lunch.
Oh, we should we should go to the candy
like
store.
right now.
That sounds great.
All right. Well, see everybody next week. All right, so here's a glass for you. I'll just drink from the bottle.
Oh, fuck. I'm really glad that I have my...
Where do you want to start?
Let's just get it out of the way, Robbie.
Turkey and gravy?
Yeah, turkey and gravy.
Or do you want me to try the ghost? No, because you have to try it too.
I'm going to smell it.
All right, that's fair. All right, we'll start with the ghost pepper.
Then I'll decide whether or not I'm drinking.
I'll start with the ghost pepper because I want to. If it's actually spicy, I want to
chaser.
Yeah, chase it down because I didn't bring anything with me.
I have a NOS, a green NOS.
I don't want your cooties. You have a house full of sick people.
It's true. I don't. They're all gone.
Here, you smell it.
Oh God.
I don't like spicy liquids.
This soda is very hot. Your mouth may catch fire. Drink at your own risk.
That sounds like a lie. I think the only time I like a spicy drink is like a Bloody Mary style drink, like a vegetable juice. Because obviously I don't put alcohol in it anymore, but you know what I mean.
God, it's really hard to read this.
You smell fruity or sugary?
Yeah.
They're all full of sugar. 42 grams of sugar in the pickle.
That doesn't smell spicy.
That's how that sneaks up on you, though.
Well, remember the Mountain Dew one? You said that it didn't get spicy until the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Shit, I should have shook it up. Well, it was on its side, so we should be good.
Yeah.
All right, you want to try it?
Not really.
All right,
you try it first.
I'll try.
I'm not scared of your cooties.
It's not spicy at all.
Bullet dodged.
No, it's just like... It just kind of has like a weird sensation, but like it pretends to be spicy.
Yeah.
Kind of like that spicy Mountain Dew was.
Yeah.
It wasn't really spicy.
That's what I thought.
It's not like when you go and get the V8 hot and spicy.
That's actually spicy?
That is fucking spicy.
Oh, yeah?
But in a good way. Not spicy like Adam Pacetto's chicken. Mm-hmm. Spicy like a good margarita. Or not margarita. I'm an idiot. Bloody Mary.
My son is not as bad as I am, but not a big fan of spicy.
Yeah, you could try it.
It's like one of his favorite YouTubers eats lots of Takis.
Takis are fucking amazing.
But every time we go to the store, he wants to buy a bag of Takis.
You tried them?
And I won't let him do it.
Oh, come on.
Because I don't want to buy a bag of Takis that no one's going to eat in my house.
I will eat them all.
Because he'll eat one and then be like, it's too hot. And I'll be like, well,
then you can bring it here.
Man up, because you bought these damn things.
If you should get it, they sell the little bags.
I'm not spending my money on it.
I'll eat it. Let him try it. Tell me how it goes, and then I'll eat the rest when he decides that one is too many.
You know what makes me really mad about potato chip related things? I'm stalling, Robbie.
It's not spicy.
Funyuns are the most expensive, like, as a bag. They're more expensive than, like, if you bought a wavy Lay's cheddar and sour cream.
Yep.
Or a bag of Funyuns, the Funyuns are more expensive.
That's weird.
And my son loves Funyuns.
Of course he does.
Yeah. So I get mad every time he wants Funyuns because they're the most expensive thing in the aisle.
Well, Takis aren't that expensive. Do it.
Yeah.
It's just like orange soda, dude. It's really not. There's like a little bit of a weird aftertaste with a kick, but it's not. That's not spicy. I
see where you say it, like, kind of makes
it's a weird sensation.
It's like a numbing sensation.
Yeah. The Mountain Dew did that too, but it actually was spicier. Maybe once I get to the bottom, it'll.
I wonder if you chug a whole bunch of it at once.
All right. I don't want to drink a bunch of it.
Like if that'll make your.
No, it's kind of a weird orange soda.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know what it is. It is very strange, though.
Yeah. So this warning label is a lie.
Do the banana. Oh, wait. Let's get this.
Yeah.
No. Let's get the nasty one out of the way.
Turkey and gravy.
That's just going to be salty.
It's not going to be salty. It's going to be delicious. Pickle's good.
Pickles are just, it's just gonna taste like pickle juice. It's gonna be carbonated pickle juice.
Pickle juice is good.
That's all it's gonna be.
All right, turkey and gravy. It smells like every other soda.
Yeah, I know. See, this is the thing. Jones is not. I love Jones. First of all,
because it has real cane sugar.
Do you remember when you could like submit pictures?
Yeah.
And our skating buddy Ryan Davis got a picture on a Jones soda bottle.
I thought Danny did too.
Maybe he did. I don't remember.
I thought I knew a couple people that did. I think Chad, my buddy Chad from high school, did. I think he was like a thing for orange soda, so he had like he had a collection of every type of orange soda you could get in America.
Interesting.
It was a weird thing, but
yeah,
it was his
a
thing.
Weird thing. I mean, then you got to do what you got to do.
Yep. And then I think he was big into Jones back in high school.
That smells weird. I don't know if that's.
It's not going to taste like turkey or gravy. That's the
right.
Thing. Well, we'll try it. It's not great.
What the?
It doesn't have good. There's not a lot of good flavor, but it's not bad.
It mostly just tastes the cane sugar.
Yeah, that's the sugar's overpowering.
Yeah,
but like the flavor itself, like I wouldn't call it gravy.
I don't taste any turkey or gravy.
That one's not good though.
No, it's not.
Because it almost has like a butter rum.
Yeah, kind of a butterscotch butter rum sort of thing. Yeah, I kind of taste that too.
Oh, this has got no calories though, so it's good for you.
I do love a butterscotch soda. Those are delicious.
This ain't it. So that's no good.
Let's do the pickle one.
Hell yeah. Pickle are great for when you have leg cramps when it's being super hot out. You know that?
No, I don't really like pickles.
I do.
Oh man, I'm so burpy, Robbie.
That smells like pickles.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be carbonated pickle juice. Is all it's gonna be.
Does it even have juice in it?
Oh my god, that's just straight pickle juice.
It is not. I bet it's like 0% juice.
I'm pretty sure pickle juice is 0% juice too, Robbie. It's just vinegar.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Y'all get your fixins.
Hell
Pure
yeah.
cane sugar. So this is a Lester's.
Yep.
Oh man, fucking Lester. Why is it so hard to read? Carbonated artesian spring water, cane sugar, citric acid, natural flavor, turmeric for color, flash pasteurized for stability and safety.
For stability and safety?
Stability.
All right, whatever.
Oh, I don't like pickles.
Just pour more in there. Just top it off.
No, because
then you have to finish it.
Then I have to finish it, and I don't like pickles.
Yeah, pickles.
Oh, God, it smells so bad.
Actually, it tastes like one of those, like, what's the butter one? I can't think what it's called. Like the really sweet sandwich ones, like the ones that...
Oh, it tastes like a sweet pickle, like a butter, just, I don't know.
Words, I can't think of it.
Just a butter...
It's that pickle. That type. It tastes like that.
It's not a dill pickle.
It's not a dill. No, it tastes like those sweet buttery ones.
Oh, gosh, that's so bad.
It's not that bad.
Oh, man, I don't like that at all.
Ugh.
Oh, chase it with a green nos. Oh, man.
I'm still mad I didn't take pallets of that from the Grid Life.
I'm mad and glad because
yeah, that's fair.
I probably would have OD'd on it.
All right,
let's do the one I'm most excited for.
Banana nut. We can save the other ones because I don't need 5 open sodas.
I'll take the lemonade because take it home because it's delicious.
All right,
is this going to be delicious, Robbie?
Banana
Does
nut.
it smell delicious?
Yeah, it actually smells good. It kind of.
So for those that don't know, Robbie and I have an obsession with banana milk, Nesquik banana milk.
Yep.
Which you cannot get as a milk anymore. You can get it as a powder if you are willing to order from Europe.
No, there's places in America on Amazon now that you can get it in like a day and a half.
Okay. But we searched for high and low for banana flavored things.
Yeah, they used to sell it in the
Oh man, that's
in the vending machines in high school. So you could just literally just go and get a pre-mixed banana milk, and it was delicious.
oh, they were so good, Robbie.
Jess doesn't understand it, but it is good.
It was one of my favorite. The two things that are that sort of in that vein that I love and can't get anymore is banana milk and buttered popcorn Dum Dums.
Oh, gross!
They were so good.
Fuck that.
So good.
No, they were not.
Oh, I loved those.
Oh man. I think the only other thing that I would put up there but you can still get it easily now is the Uncrustables.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. For sure.
Yeah, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The problem is they're already frozen by the time you get them. Then you have to thaw them. They're never as good after they've been frozen.
It's true. Just make your own, Robbie. My mom used to have like a little punch press thing.
Yeah, just like the Uncrustables. So
yeah,
you get rid of the uncrust.
Yeah. Or just fucking eat it because it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Whatever. All right, banana nut soda.
It smells very butterscotchy.
Mm-hmm. Tastes very butterscotchy. It's got a hint of banana. There's a hint. And I like artificial banana way better than I like real banana flavor.
Oh, 100%. Artificial banana, but the opposite is true for me for peach.
No, I love fake peach.
I don't like fake peach at all. But real peaches?
I like real peaches too.
Peaches come in a can, Robbie.
They were put there by a man
in
a factory downtown.
Yeah. And I love them that way.
Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
It's not bad, but it's not great.
No. All right, well, I'll casually work my way through these the rest of the episode. Except that one. Fuck that. Turkey can stay over there.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so thank you, Jason. We've already had grass lettuce. That can stay. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, no good.
And then the lemonade.
Lemonade's so good, Robbie.
All right.
I'm so excited. It's like a strawberry lemonade.
I love strawberry lemonade.
It's so good.
My current favorite Mountain Dew is the
strawberry lemonade one?
Or whatever the heck. The pink
the summer one.
I like the pink one.
They have a fruit punch one right now. I love carbonated fruit punch. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
I like that too.
They have a Mountain Dew one right now.
I'll try it.
It's amazing.
All right. Next time I travel somewhere, so probably PRI, I'll try it.
Oh, no, I got a 12-pack in my fridge right now.
All right.
I bought 2 without even trying it first because I read it said fruit punch, and I was like, yup, taking 2 of those because I'll never see this again. Oh, I'm freaking excited about the lemonade.
All right.
Beware the repressed Communist Party animal who is really a proletarian in denial masquerading as a bourgeois Cold War monger. Our 5-year plan. Drink a bottle a day for 5 years and become a hero of socialist flavor. Misha, chill down this bottle and chill out. Drink, comrade, drink. It's this or the gulag.
That's like this close to being canceled. It has to be.
Oh, it's for sure in poor taste now. Like, especially with the things that are going on in our current world.
In this day and age,
it's definitely in poor taste, but it's delicious.
Yeah, that one, if it gets out into the world, it'll be canceled.
Lemonade, a drink for the masses. So good, Robbie.
All right.
Should we do an opener, Robbie? Remember?
We did an opener a long time ago. It's been a long time. I don't know how to do it.
It's been so long.
Back when we used to do sectioned shows with 3 posts in an hour and a half.
I don't know how we did it, Robbie.
No idea.
We used to pack a lot of stuff into these.
Yep.
Like they were concise, but they were full of I want to say, I can't say information. They weren't full of information. They were just full.
They were full of it.
We are still full of it. There's no doubt. Anyway, I came across this, according to my phone, 6 weeks ago, and we're finally getting to it. So 2 shows ago, really.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And this is the most popular cars in every state. And I found this both interesting and not at all surprising, depending on the state. Some of these are like, well, duh.
Yeah, no shit.
And some of these are like, oh, really? Also, the percentages, at first you're like, man, that's not a very large number. But then you think about how many vehicles there are.
Yeah.
And it starts to make sense. So we don't need to go through all 50. We can kind of pick and choose states that are interesting. But let's just pull up the first one as an example.
Alabama.
So Alabama, the Toyota Camry, which I guess is kind of surprising to me.
I would, Alabama. I would have expected pickup
or an SUV.
Are these only all new car sales? Okay, new cars.
Yeah, new cars.
New car sales.
5.4%. Which, when you think about it, or at first thought, it's like that's not a very big percentage.
Right.
That's really the most. 5.4% of the people bought a Camry, and that's the most. But when you think about how many new vehicles there are across all makes and models, that's actually probably a pretty significant number.
Yes.
Because there's I'm sure there's well over 100 makes and models.
At least.
And so, like, they can't even all have 1% of the market share, because then, so, like, if one make or one model, I guess, has 5.4%, that is probably a pretty significant
right. Yeah, we're talking thousands.
So, yeah. Toyota Camry.
Which I'm guessing this is probably a fairly common occurrence, the Camry.
So the two that before you even scroll through it, my assumption.
Yep.
The Camry.
Yep.
The F-150.
Yep.
And then I'm not sure which one, but some sort of crossover SUV.
Yeah.
A RAV4, a Honda.
No, RAV4s don't sell that much.
A Honda Pilot, something like that. But we see a lot of Ford Explorers.
Yeah.
Yes. The Explorer, or I don't know. But like, I know there's not going to be a minivan.
No.
There's not going to be any luxury brands.
No.
Like, Cadillacs, Mercedes, BMWs, Audis. None of those things are going to be on here ever.
No.
Except maybe California might have a 911 because apparently there's 911s on every corner out there. But
there is that.
But that's my gut feeling when I think about this off the cuff.
Yeah, and I can't disagree with any of it.
I just don't know which crossover SUV, but I feel like there's got to be one that is a reoccurring theme.
Yep. So I mean, you see a shitload of like Suburbans and stuff, but I don't think you'd ever get to number one. Not even close. So yeah, I would say
just because
Camrys,
they cost $80,000.
But that doesn't seem to slow anybody down.
I mean, it slows some people down.
Sure, not enough.
No.
But yeah, F-150 because it's a best-selling vehicle in the world.
I saw it yesterday. Some West Des Moines white mom, your stereotypical blonde
West Des Moines woman.
Des Moines stay-at-home mom, loading her kids into the third row of her Suburban because she has enough kids that are still in car seats that.
No way.
And she's like crawling over the seat to put these kids in. I'm like, just buy a fucking van.
That's too many kids.
Don't do that to yourself. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Why would you want to load your children into the third row in a car seat? In a Suburban?
In anything.
In a van, it's
sounds terrible.
A van's not fun, but it's not nearly as bad.
Right.
At least there's a divider.
I'm just having anxiety thinking about having to fill a vehicle with that many kids. Sounds terrible.
I think she only had one car seat in the back.
But still.
And I assume it was the big kid. Maybe he can, for the most part, put himself in there. But It was still a car seat.
Yeah, that's...
like my son's in a booster. He just wears a regular...
Yeah, just a seatbelt.
But this was still a car seat.
Jeez.
So...
Pass.
Poor choices.
Yep. All right, so anyway. Alabama's got the Camry. No way. They're...
Alaska.
Oh, I was going to say, but never would have expected the Ram 1500 to be the number one in any of them.
No, not really. But I wonder if they just have a better distribution out there.
They have to.
Like maybe they just have a better dealer network than Ford and Chevy does. 7%.
That's a big number.
It is a big number. So.
Ram 1500
in Arizona again. GMC Sierra in Arkansas. But these are all
Civic.
That surprises me. Honda Civic in California, 3.9% of all new car sales in California. Honda Civic.
But then
that surprises me.
There's you hear about like all the Tesla owners and all the rich people, but like that's not the 90% of people.
No, but I would have figured more people. I would have figured more people are buying Toyota Priuses than Honda Civics.
I think that's just the media making you think that everyone in California is this like all about EVs.
No, I get that,
but like, what's a cheap, reliable, good on gas mileage, probably cheap to insure, probably cheap to register in a very expensive state to have a car?
Yeah,
Honda Civic.
Yeah, I suppose.
So it makes sense once you start to like think about what it would cost to register and insure.
And I bet you the Civic is probably cheaper than the Toyota.
Probably. You mean like the car or like insurance?
Well,
everything?
Toyota, like just outright buying it. A new Honda Civic is cheaper than Toyota's. I don't know if it'd be the Camry or the Yaris or whatever.
That'd be Camry.
Is comparable.
Yeah, I think the Civic's cheaper.
Civic's probably cheaper.
Yep.
Toyotas are just in general a little more expensive.
Yep.
Maybe a little better built. I don't know.
It should last a little longer.
I'll probably trigger a couple of Honda owners by saying that, but
I got your back. At least it's not a Mazda.
Oh, there is that. Bet you there's not going to be a Mazda on this list.
I agree.
There's for sure not.
There's no way. There's no way. There's a Mazda #1 on anything. But then again, I never would have picked the Ram. But
yeah, but a Mazda.
F-150 in Colorado. No surprise there.
Yeah.
CRV. There. Yep. There's your crossover in Connecticut.
Another Silverado.
Yep. RAV4.
See, Robbie, the RAV4.
Florida has it figured out.
Do they though?
But no, not really. But they only have 4 doors. If they had 2 doors, then it'd be like 6% rather than 3.3.
I'm still mad that lady didn't sell you that.
I wanted it so bad.
We found one for Robbie. It was $1,500. It was posted on the Facebook group, and I think Robbie was in the mood one day where he was just ignoring the social medias.
And it was late enough at night that I didn't see it until I woke up in the morning.
So then I sent it to our group chat, and I tagged him like, Robbie, you're ignoring this, and I don't think you want to be.
Yep.
Buy this fucking thing.
And I messaged her immediately. And then I let it sit. And then I messaged her again.
Messaged her just to see if she was...
But that was after I'd messaged her, I think, a third time.
Yeah.
And like it was the third time I was finally to the point where like, I will show my fucking hand. I'm like, I have cash in hand right now. I won't negotiate price. I won't even fucking look at the car. I will give you that money right now to take that car off your hands.
Seriously, $1,500, who cares?
Yeah. If it ran in drive and didn't have like rust through the floorboards,
right,
$1,500 all day long.
Yeah.
It was a manual transmission, 2-door RAV4 in blue.
Yeah.
I wanted everything about that car.
Yeah. It was so good, Robbie.
Still fucking mad about it. But it did. I'd gone all day, messaged her, I think, at least 3 times. And I finally got to the point, like, his email was asking in the group about it. And I finally got to the point, I was like, I don't know if I can message her another time without crossing into harassment. and then I had to email and message her and ask if it was still available. And then she responded to both of us simultaneously, like 2 or 3 hours later, it's no longer available. Fuck!
I had the same thing happen to me on somebody was selling 2 Omnis. One was a parts car and one was a runner.
I remember this.
Like right outside of Nevada for like $1,200. And I actually had the money for once. And I messaged the guy and then they switched to pending. And so I messaged him again and I said, I know they're pending. If they don't sell, I have cash. I will come and get both cars today. And then they disappeared. And now the person who bought it owns like a business right on my way out of town or into town. And I see it like at least once a week. And I just, fucking prick.
I'm just thinking about how awesome it would be if you had 3 Omnis in your yard right now.
Well, I would have parted out and gotten rid of the other one. I don't need 3.
You definitely don't need 3.
I don't need 2. I'm not even sure.
Nobody needs.
I'm not even sure I need 1 at this point.
Nobody needs anything, Adam. It's just.
I need to breathe, eat, and drink water. That's it.
You don't really need to do anything.
Yeah, man.
You all make choices, man.
Man.
F-150 in Georgia. Nissan Front. No way. No way. The Frontier is
The
number
Nissan
one
Frontier
in Hawaii.
4.1%. It's not even like a small number. It's not even just like barely edging out the competition.
I like the Frontier a lot, but how is that a number one vehicle?
It's certainly
in
not
any
the
state?
first small truck I would buy.
No,
I'd buy a Colorado or a
I'd rather have a Tacoma
Ranger first.
But the Tacoma is not significant, but it is more expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe again, but because Hawaii is literally an island in the middle of the ocean,
maybe they just have
halfway between Japan and America. I would imagine Nissan probably has a better presence there than about anybody.
Maybe maybe there's just like one dealership that's done really good for themselves, and they're the most successful dealership on the island, and they just happen to be a Nissan dealership.
I mean, because you're talking about like total car sales for the whole island
Can't be a huge
probably
number.
1,000 total, maybe even less than that for a whole year.
I guess I don't know what the population.
It's the size of Sioux County.
I don't know what the population. No, it's bigger than that.
Oh, it's a land size is the size of Sioux County, but
It's
like
bigger than that.
There's not that many people. I'm telling you,
I don't know what
It's
the
less than a million.
population of Hawaii is. That's probably true.
it's
probably
like
less than a million.
I'm gonna go with 400,000 for the whole state. I'm probably way underestimating.
We're Googling, Robbie.
We're gonna learn something today,
If we want to get there by plane, it's 10 hours and 55 minutes.
and not a cheap flight.
Google tells me that right off the bat. Let's go to the Wikipedia. 2,000 miles away. Oh, it's that time of year where they want you to donate.
I'm not donating to Wikipedia. I
This
donated
is
to a lot of
bad
car
podcast.
companies this week.
Oh, Robbie.
Did you just put
There it is. 1.4 million people.
I had the 4 right.
1,455,271 in 2020. Ranked 40th. There's
That is a
200. There's 221 people per square mile.
That is a densely populated island.
That is the 13th most densely populated state.
Interesting. That is more than I thought there would be.
Median household income $83,200. They're the 4th.
Really? Well, everything's expensive as hell.
That's what I've heard is that it's like out of control expensive.
Yeah, like a gallon of milk is like way expensive.
Yeah. 137 islands, Robbie, spanning 1,500 miles.
That sounds awesome. All right. Frontier. F-150 in Idaho. The Hyundai Tucson. What are you doing, Illinois?
I mean, it's Illinois.
My gosh.
Are you surprised by that? It's Illinois.
Everything. That's the weirdest one yet. Illinois, you are weird. Indiana's got the Silverado. Iowa has the F-150, which doesn't surprise anyone. Kansas has the F-150, which also doesn't surprise anyone. Kentucky has the Ram. Louisiana has the F-150. F-150
I like how
Maine.
they use pictures of like
the Raptor,
the TRX, and like, you know, they're pictures of the Raptor getting air off a jump. It's like that's not the one they were selling, guys.
It's the base model, guys.
Let's calm down.
The Honda CR-V in Maine.
Another Honda, another Toyota RAV4. I knew there was going to be a lot of them.
Wow. Michigan had the Ram 1500. F-150 in Minnesota. F-150 in Mississippi. 1500 F-150. A lot of trucks.
A lot of trucks.
Tacoma. New Hampshire has a little truck. Tacoma.
Yeah, there we go.
Another CR-V in Jersey. F-150 CR-V. I'm just going to go fast.
Yeah,
Camry,
let's see if there's anything of
F-150.
interest. Anything that surprises you. Ohio. Gross.
Ohio has the Ram.
Of course they do.
They would.
So
Tacoma again in Oregon.
see, you just live in the wrong states, Robbie.
There is that. But to everyone else, this is a flyover state, so
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This is a flyover state. Don't come there.
It's terrible here.
It sucks.
Yep. The Highlander in Rhode Island. That's a terrible car.
There could be only one.
RAV4 in South Carolina. F-150 in South Dakota. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Texas has the F-150.
I mean, that makes sense.
Utah, F-150.
Subaru Crosstrek, Vermont. Of course it's fucking Vermont. It was either going to be Vermont or Colorado. I mean, let's be real here.
Yep.
The cross trek though, specifically.
Oh yeah,
and not even 4.9%.
That's a pretty significant.
Well, most of these are in the 3s or low 4s. That's almost 5. That's a big number.
There's a type of person from Vermont.
That's
clearly
crazy. Because like, if you were going to say, if you're going to ask me to guess, like say Vermont's best-selling brand is a Subaru, which model is it?
Wouldn't be a cross.
I would have said it was either a WRX or an Outback.
Outback would have been my guess.
Yeah. Not a Crosstrek.
Absolutely.
That surprises me.
We're almost wrapping this up. CRV in Virginia, Tacoma in Washington. I like Washington. F-150 in West
Weren't
Virginia.
you born in Washington?
I was.
Okay.
Wisconsin has an F-150, and Wyoming has an F-150. A lot of F-150s, which would
a lot of trucks.
Would have been
definitely probably. I would say at least 50% of the states had trucks. Well, probably more than that. Probably well more than that, actually.
It was a lot.
A lot of F-150s, a lot of Silverados, a lot of Rams. More Rams than I expected.
Way more Rams than I expected.
A couple of small trucks, which is cool.
Yep.
But yeah, not a ton of surprises. I think Vermont probably the most surprising.
Yep. The fact that RAV4 made it on the list is kind of surprising.
It's not that surprising.
It's kind of surprising.
It's not that surprising. It's not to me.
It is.
It's not the RAV4 you fell in love with, Robbie.
They've gotten bigger and they lost their character.
Yeah.
Like all vehicles.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's that. There's definitely that. So, but I don't know. It's an interesting look into our culture as a whole.
Yeah.
Why do we buy so many trucks?
Because we use them.
Do we?
I do. When I drive it, I use it.
But
as a society, no, we don't.
But there's a lot of people that have trucks and don't need them.
So many people that have trucks.
And don't need them.
Yep.
I feel like more people should be buying things like the Maverick.
Yeah, sure.
Ford's Maverick, which is nearly S10 sized.
Even those are too big now. Like all the little trucks.
Well,
are
no,
too
because
big.
So the Ranger
Yep.
is the same size as the Colorado, the Tacoma, the Frontier. The Maverick is a step down from that.
But it's still too big for what it should be.
But it's a lot closer.
I'll give you that. Because
But I think, and me personally, this isn't a knock for it because of its size. It's not going to matter. But I know it's unibody, and I'm pretty sure it's front wheel drive or maybe an all wheel. There probably is an all wheel drive option, but it's not rear wheel drive. But that doesn't really matter to me.
Not when they're that.
Not in that configuration.
No.
Like it's too small for me to care.
See, I still like.
It would be fun as a rear wheel drive vehicle.
It'd be better. It'd be better.
Right, but it's not that big a deal. It's not a deal breaker.
That's how I feel about the Santa Cruz.
I would take a Maverick over a Santa Cruz every day of the week.
I don't disagree with that, but I
the Santa Cruz
I still like the Santa Cruz.
I smile when I see one in traffic.
And also,
I don't do that about a lot of new cars.
Much like the Crocs, Jess hates it.
Oh, so now I need one.
I need one.
Yeah.
I need to, when I get time.
How does she feel about a Juke?
Loves it.
Damn it.
Loves the Juke.
Damn it, Robbie.
Yep.
What about an IQ?
Less so. I don't think she feels as passionately about that one.
I think she would be annoyed if you brought it home. At first.
Probably.
At first.
Yep.
And then, because it's so flippin' adorable, Robbie, she'd fall head over heels in love with it.
Yep.
You'd never be able to drive it.
There is that. But until then, I got this awesome Focus.
There was one crashed on 235.
Oh.
And I drove by it 2 or 3 times, and I seriously considered stopping and putting my business card underneath the windshield wiper and be like, just call me, bro.
Yeah. Just when you're ready to get rid of this thing.
Like, it was clearly going to get totaled.
Yep. Have your insurance company call me.
Yeah. When your insurance company gives you a buyback number, give me a ring. I know a guy who will probably buy that from you.
You're not wrong. we can make some phone calls. We'll find the guy if it just doesn't happen to be us this time.
Yeah. So,
yep.
But boom.
A lot of trucks.
We opened it up, Robbie.
Yep.
Remember when we used to do that?
Consistently? Yeah.
Gosh, what a time.
Yep. Times change, man.
Robbie, what'd you buy for Black Friday? Your Black Friday thrift is legendary at this point.
I think I will say that I'm pretty sure Dusty did way more Black
Did Dusty
Friday.
get a little carried away this year?
We were messaging directly.
He's been low key
a lot.
about that in the group.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was not low key about it in our conversations.
Interesting. I like that you're just
train wrecking it.
driving that bus right over him right here, right now. I'm really happy that that's happening.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
exactly. I don't
Thank
know
you for
everything that he bought,
Yeah,
but I know
absolutely.
that like we were messaging back and forth. And he said, and I also don't know if he pulled the trigger on it, but like
he did.
He had stuff from like Nine Lives Racing and stuff. So it's like I don't think he actually pulled the trigger, but he had it. I think on actual Black Friday, the only thing I bought was Injuku Racing had a 370Z OEM wheel bearing on their Black Friday sale, and they had one. They had one in stock.
Just that one.
Just that one. It must have been like a clearance thing that they'd been sitting on forever.
That's so annoying.
So but I got it for way cheaper than what you can buy a brand new. I think they're at least $200 for an OEM wheel bearing. And if you don't get
just the
hub, it's the hub.
Okay, so
it's the whole hub.
Okay, so which one is it?
What do you mean?
Are they all four the same?
No, the rears. The rears. I did not have any spare rears.
But are they the same left to right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
So I have a couple. I have Timkins in the front, 350Z because you can't swap those, and then I have spares.
They're not the GTR ones.
They're not the GTR ones. Yeah, that was. Or they're not a 370Z either. Just so we're clear. So 350Zs in the front,
E-man,
which are notoriously fragile and shitty.
Oh,
the
really?
rears are the same, and then you go.
But you can't swap it.
You have to. Yeah, you can. You swap the axles, and then you swap the hubs, and then you need like spacers to.
On the front, I mean, excuse me. On the front, you can't do
swap.
anything about the front.
No, not unless you change the spindles and the whole deal, and I'm not doing that. In the rears, you can change the axles and the hubs.
Which you've already done.
I've done that. So yeah, but I didn't have any spares. So I saw it and I was like, I'll buy it. Other than that, I just bought snow boots at Bomb Cars. That was everything that I bought on Friday. I'm trying to think what I all bought leading up to this. So we'll talk about it now. So
Robbie,
outside of Black Friday, I've been working with Haltech. So I have a Nexus R3 that's getting delivered here in like a day. So basically by the time this airs,
it's coming here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I suppose you're going to put it in
wire it all up. Yeah, I got all that.
Yeah. Does that have a plug and play, or what are you doing?
It's all custom. So it comes with flying leads, and then I ordered through Wiring Specialties. That was on Friday or Saturday. I ordered all the connectors that Wiring Specialty had, so I can just
start plugging stuff in.
Yep. So I can build my own harness.
Have you been like researching twisting wires and all that stuff?
Shouldn't have to twist on any of these.
Doesn't mean you can't, Robbie.
Yeah. I twisted for the Mark 60. Those required it.
You can just do it because it's fun.
Just do it for fun.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
Talk to James Morgan. He knows these things.
I'll actually we'll talk to him on what makes the most sense.
Because he's built a bunch of custom harnesses at the place he works at.
He might be a good point of contact for the things I have questions on. I talked to Joe at Doula Design about a lot of it.
They're a Haltech dealer.
Perfect.
So I think he builds them for Haltechs.
So I had.
So he knows things.
Good. I have a friend that I don't need to pay money to call and talk to.
There you go.
Perfect. James, guess what? We're buddies.
That's funny.
I basically took the notes and then I took the factory service manual and I put it all together. And so I have it all. I think I have it all ready to go. So it's just a matter of like making it. I'm trying to think what else I ordered. No, I mean that's like the big stuff. I got a different oil cooler, but I didn't buy that on Black Friday. And then I also got like a different sandwich plate. I got a Vibrant one and some
like
better
for the oil filter.
Yeah, because the one that it's like a cheap Chinese one off of eBay, and it's kind of leaking. So I was like, fuck it, we're gonna quality one, get different connections, and then redo all that. So yeah. Going from a 25 row to a 40 row.
Oh, damn.
No more cooling issues.
Oh, damn.
I mean, not like I really had any, but it was just kind of like a little.
It's a big jump.
Yeah.
I don't know if that amounts to anything significant, but it feels like a big jump.
It goes from 46,000 BTUs per hour of cooling capacity, best case scenario,
right,
to 67,000. So, I mean, it's.
Where is your oil cooler?
In front of the radiator.
In front of the radiator?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like it should be a 30% increase or decrease and whatever, a better 30% better cooling capacity. So we'll find out. And I really didn't need a whole lot. It wasn't like I was running at like 270. I was like 240 typically.
Yeah.
So not bad. But yeah, a lot of the other stuff I ordered like on previous other sales leading up to this because I guess we're going to talk about everything I've been up to. But I'm trying to think what else I ordered. Now the Haltech was just the big one. I mean, getting that ordered because I had no plans on doing that, and then the opportunity presented itself. I'm just like, yeah, let's do that. So yeah, partnering with Haltech moving forward, which is exciting shit.
Robbie's got to get another sticker on the car.
Yep, big one. So, but another thing that I ordered most of the stuff before Black Friday, like the last few pieces I did actually get. So if you remember at Heartland, I when I was going to torque everything, I noticed that there was a little bit of play in my front suspension. Like the wheel would just kind of rotate a little bit.
I don't because I didn't go to Heartland.
Somebody will remember that was there.
Okay, that's fair.
But it was just enough from like there's play here.
Something's wrong.
I need to fix this.
Yeah.
So once I got the car back, fixed my lift, which we can talk about.
I forgot about that. Oh man.
Yeah. So we'll just talk about that right now.
Yeah, let's start there.
So
because that's interesting and probably applicable to somebody, I'm sure.
Yep. So I my lift is a 4-post rotary lift from like it's probably as old as I am.
I was gonna say it's nearly our age.
And so it's always the cylinder's always kind of leaked. And I knew that the time was going to come that putting the transmission stop leak into my hydraulic cylinder wasn't going to work forever.
I can't believe that worked at all.
It works. That shit works because it just makes those rubber seals like more rubbery. It like makes the plastic. What's the word I'm looking for? They make them more elastic and they bulges them out, so it makes them work.
That's
until they stop working, and until the chemistry stops working. So
yeah, and then it probably fails really quickly.
Yes, it does. There, I actually have a picture.
Oh my God, Robbie!
Well, the black. So I got a picture on the screen. So it's got the cylinder has 3 seals. So the black one is the main seal,
right?
And then you have
So you have one that's like, I don't know, a half-inch thick.
Yep.
And then 2 just like, I mean, they're big, but
the front one's like a piece of like felt. So it's almost like a sweeper type thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was really confused when I pulled out and it was just like gone. And then the other one is it's got like a black quad ring, and then on top of that is like a red harder plastic seal that goes on that. And the harder plastic seal is basically eroded away. Like that part's gone.
Yeah.
So after Heartland, I got the car on the lift, lifted it up. So basically, I'll put it on jack stands and then lift the lift up. Mm-hmm. So like I had the front end lifted up on, I think it was like the second latch, just perfect height to work on suspension. And then I was working on it, and I realized that like all the cables and stuff were just hanging, and when I lifted it up, it had leaked way worse than it had normally leaked. I'm like, oh shit, I guess let's kind of keep an eye on that. So.
I mean, it's not dangerous.
No, because it's on the latches.
Because you always work on it on the latches, and when you're going up or down, you're not underneath it.
Right.
So it's not dangerous.
No.
But it's
a problem. So
as long as they all leak down together.
Yeah, and then you drop it it's on the latches anyways.
Well, I mean, like if you're raising or lowering it, as long as one doesn't just give out and that corner just drops.
Well, it's one cylinder. It's all cables.
Oh,
it's one gigantic cylinder.
It's
one gigantic cylinder.
Okay, so it can't.
It either works or it doesn't.
It can't like one corner or one side fails and the car goes falling off the lift.
It's
okay.
A bunch of cables and pulleys.
As long as the cables don't fail, you're good.
Yes.
Okay.
So got it lifted, was working on it, and then I kind of noticed like all the cables were hanging. So then I went and pushed the button to like bring them back, and it just sounded like that it wasn't doing anything. And that's because it wasn't. So then well, luckily the lift was in the air, so I could take the cylinder out and kind of investigate what's going on. So I took it out, made a big mess of transmission fluid all over the place.
So
It's just automatic transmission fluid.
that's what you use, or that's what you're supposed to use?
It's what you use. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's the right fluid.
Okay.
Because I would say there's no better, but like it doesn't compress. ATF does not compress. It's a great hydraulic fluid.
I suppose.
So took it all apart, found that this lift, depending on what year, either had one made by this Texas Cylinders or Massey Ferguson. And the body...
How much research did that take?
So much.
I would assume.
Because I knew what... I have the manual, and I have all the part numbers and all that shit. So like I searched the cylinder for my lift.
Because I would imagine that there's two things working against you here. Number one, it's old.
Yes.
And number two, nobody cares that much.
No.
So like most people, if this thing fails, they're just like... Either they're going to pay a professional...
Sure.
Which is what Dusty's dad does.
Yep.
Or B, they're just going to be like, well, call a scrapper. I'm buying a new one.
Yep.
They're not going to
if it's a business, you would just go buy another one.
Or you pay somebody to come and fix it because you need it fixed today.
Right. Because you're not getting these seals today. It's not a thing.
Right. I know. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So a new or a remanned cylinder for this lift, $3,500.
And what was the amount of money you paid for this lift?
Free 95.
Right. Okay. That makes perfect sense. So you bought that then, right?
Fuck no. So this is where we go down the path of just figuring out what seals I have.
Right. Because you're not just gonna buy a new one.
Fuck no.
Or buy a new lift.
No.
Anybody who's listened to this podcast long enough knows.
I'm not spending that kind of money. I just don't have it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I'm not.
Even if you did, you would at least try to fix this before you gave up.
For sure.
Even if you were like, oh, sure, I'll buy a $10,000 lift right now, no problem. You'd still try to fix this one instead of spending $10,000 on a new lift.
You're right. I would buy a 2-post to go next to this one, and I'd still try to find a way to fix this one.
Yeah.
So I could have
that's the
2-post and a 4-post.
we know and love.
Yeah. So tore it all apart, started researching it, learned that there's one of two cylinders that this manufacturer had at any given point.
Right.
So the way they distinguish it is if you have a case that has bolts that gets like a flange that gets bolted to it, it's a case. If it has a clevis, it's a Texas Cylinders. Mine has bolts. Okay, great. I will order the Massey Ferguson seal kit. And I look it up. None of the fucking pictures match at all. It's clearly a different design.
Okay.
And then I found a website that had both of those seals. It had it for one. It had one for the Texas kit, one for the Massey kit. And so I have, to the best of my knowledge, a case from a Massey Ferguson, but the guts and the rod are from Texas, the Texas Cylinders. Somebody Frankenstein this, I think.
Yeah.
Because the company that makes these seals, because they don't just have them, they make them to order.
Jesus Christ, Robbie.
So I bought the seal kit that matched exactly what I had visually. So I even though I went to get, I'm arguing with myself, I was like, maybe the picture's wrong. Maybe the picture's wrong on the company site that's selling them and the company that makes them. Because there's 3 places in the world that you can buy these from. The company that makes them, you can't order it from their website directly.
Right.
And then you have 2 wholesalers or retailers.
So, are these the type of places where you could have got your calipers out and called them and been like, these are my measurements. Which one do I need?
Potentially, yeah.
Are these Joe Blow from Kokomo who rebuilds tractor cylinders?
Oh, the place that was selling them?
Yeah.
The guy that I bought them from is out of Chicago, and it's what he does. He fixes these.
Right.
So I order it from him, and then a week goes by, and I haven't heard a thing. So I email him. Nothing. Email him again. Nothing.
Well, he's 90, Robbie. He doesn't know how to use an email. You got to call this guy. If you'd have called him, you'd have got an answer the next day.
I called and got no answer. He called me later to apologize to let me know that 5 people had ordered this seal kit that exact fucking week.
Son of a bitch.
And because there's only like 2 of them in the world that are like on the shelf, they have to get it from the manufacturer, who has to have them made because they don't have them.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, it's going to be about another 3 weeks. Well, it doesn't fucking matter now, does it?
My car's on the lift, so...
So yeah, let's do it. So luckily, a few weeks go by. I didn't need to have the vehicle up or down or anything like that. But yeah, so it showed up, put it all back together. A gigantic cylinder like that by yourself isn't the most convenient thing in the world, but I did it.
Imagine.
I did it. Seals great. Hydraulic doesn't leak no more.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
Fucking amazing.
So,
also, how expensive do you think 3-inch seals like that would cost?
well, so because you had to have them custom made, my mind
They're not custom made. They are.
Yeah, but they were made for you. They were made to order. How about that?
I'll give you that. All right.
So my mind goes to instantly like an outrageous price, like $250.
That's exactly what they cost.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, see, I was going to say they probably cost you like $8.99 plus shipping because, but
No, $250.
I mean, you still can't be mad.
I'm not mad.
About spending $250.
But I waited.
For this
I waited
so
3 weeks to find out if I ordered the right ones.
That would have been a little bit.
That's what
frustrating.
bothered me because it was such a pain in the ass to get them.
Yeah.
That if they were the wrong cylinder,
You're still
and
fucked.
the picture was on the websites were wrong, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I waited
That
for
would have been
3 weeks,
frustrating.
hoping that I had ordered the right ones.
So, because I've been working this through in my head while you were talking here, how would we have got it down if you couldn't rebuild the cylinder?
I would have had to call someone with a forklift or a skid loader.
Is that what you think we would do?
Yeah. Or that would be my first bet. Would like just basically lift up one side and then tilt it down.
See, I had like these crazy ideas in my head of like multiple jacks and like big pieces of wood, and we like raise it up enough to get it off the thing, and then we lower it down a few inches, and then we just like get shorter and shorter pieces of wood on both ends, or something stupid and sketchy and
that's
dangerous.
That's probably what we would have had to do for the front, and we would have had to use like those jacks that the Jeep guys use. It would have had to been that, yeah, for sure. But if I could get the back down, I could have backed the car off. Because it's that low. Like it
was low enough that you could have just dropped one side.
Yeah, it's like waist height because I'm working on the suspension part. So it was only
right.
I think it was on the second. It was on the second click. Like it wasn't very high.
Okay.
Now if it would have been head high, it would have been a problem.
Yeah,
like a real problem.
Yeah. Because I'm like working through my head, like how would we have got that thing down if we had to?
No, it would have been fine. Because I think. No, I took a picture. It was on the ground.
We have a forklift at work that I'm pretty sure I could get on one of our trailers, and I probably have enough pull that I could borrow it for an afternoon on a Saturday if I needed to.
Yeah. Luckily, it didn't come to that.
But
it crossed my mind.
Just put that in your pocket,
yeah,
Robbie.
just in case.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that. Yeah.
At least it happened in winter build season and not like...
Yeah, it survived all the way through the summer.
Like, because imagine if you would have been like, yeah, I'm going to Road America, and then I'm doing Mid-Ohio the next weekend, and Tuesday afternoon, you're just nut and bolting the car, and your hydraulic cylinder failed.
Well, it's funny, too, because it hadn't been leaking, really. It'd been fine. Yeah. You know, maybe a little bit like it always kind of did. Just you wipe it up with a rag. It's no big deal.
It's like a Harley, Robbie. They're supposed to leak. It's when it stops leaking that you worry about.
Exactly. You just go to Walmart and you get the cheapest ATF and you dump it in there, man.
I'm the last person who can judge you about a leaky anything.
I'm on a 30-year-old cylinder. I didn't give a shit as long as it worked.
Yeah.
I can afford to put in a little bit of ATF every once in a while.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But yeah, it was fine. Like it didn't really leak. And then I went to go lift it this time, and it was like it leaked quite a bit. And then it only leaked. Like it didn't have enough sealing anymore to move the rod. It just squirted fluid out the exit hole.
So for future reference, I have 2 or 3 tips for you. Okay. Number 1, I could have got a forklift if we needed to.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
That's good to know.
Good to know. Number 2, I'm pretty sure that Dusty's dad rebuilds cylinders.
He does.
So that could have been a resource if you needed it.
Yeah, if I would have.
And then number 3, I'm pretty sure that Trevor Seibold's dad works for a company that builds cylinders. I think that's what Rosaboom does.
Probably, yeah.
Or at least that's part of their business, is building cylinders. And I'm pretty sure he was an engineer that had like did those things.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
my next option.
if we needed to get real crazy, we probably could have done it.
Oh, I build or design stuff that holds pressure at work.
No, I mean, like,
I could have.
Like, I'm saying, like, we probably know somebody who could have gotten those parts through a more obscure path if we needed to.
Yes. Because truth be told, I probably won't go through this. If I need to replace these seals ever again, I'll call someone else.
I hope you don't need to do it again at this point.
I better not.
I mean, let's pretend that it's been rebuilt once.
It's clear.
It probably lasted 15 years.
Yeah.
And realistically, you got it from a mechanic.
Which use it all day.
Realistically, you use it less than he does.
Oh, yeah.
Which means it should last longer than it did the last time.
Yep.
You should be okay.
I think I'll be okay.
Right.
Yeah. And the seals were right, so it's fine. It's fine.
So.
But yeah, so back to the Z.
Robbie. Only Robbie.
Yeah, so but it had some play, so I completely disassembled the front end, took the spindle off, took all the lower control arm, the upper control arm, the compression rod, all that stuff. I took it out and just like looked at everything and was like, so it's got a ball joint on the bottom, and then the compression rod has basically another ball joint, and then the upper control arm, the camber adjuster, that has like a ball joint to it too.
Jesus Christ!
So all those tapered cones all looked like they had a fair amount of wear.
Okay,
I'm like, well, let's replace all this shit. So I needed 6 OEM cones.
Are they all the same?
If you look it up, it says the top one is different. It's not. They're all the same. They're all the same part number. So it's like the bottom 2 are the same part number. The top one is the same part number plus another dash number. But when you order them, they all show up. They're all the same.
Okay.
So whatever. I had to order from that Amayama website again because I couldn't find 2 more. It was like you can get 2 more for $80 fucking, or you can order them from the United Emirates for $20 shipped.
And risk.
No, there's no risk. It just takes 3 weeks to get here.
Oh, okay.
No, like from now on, that's where I check first because it costs a third of the price to ship the whole thing here. It's wild, and yeah, it's literally from the Nissan factory to their warehouse to my door.
I don't get it.
But if you order it here in the States, Nissan in the States, they're like $40 a piece.
They're not called dealerships for no reason, Robbie.
Wild. Yeah, so I got a brand new ball joint in the bottom. I replaced it. Actually replaced the whole compression rod because that joint was all gross on both of them, and then the taper, and then I replaced the taper on the top as well. Redid all that. No more play. I just put that back together last night.
Hell yeah!
So, and then while I was in there waiting for parts, I built fender liners.
Nice. Out of what?
The air dam material. So I had a bunch of that left over, so I just trimmed it. Like I'll get to like how I made it. But like basically, I took a bunch of cardboard and kind of laid out exactly how I wanted, and then cut it, and then just traced.
That's called CAD, Robbie. Cardboard aided drafting.
That's what I did. Yeah, I did that.
It's called CAD.
I did CAD. Yeah, so I basically just measured it out and then traced that onto it and just cut it out and then bolted it in where it made sense. Riv nutted it where it made sense.
Hell yeah, riv nuts.
Hell yeah. So now everything about it is better. And then what else have I been doing? Oh, I also again. If you were at Heartland Park, you would know this, that it was bothering me that since forever, the hood and the front bumper didn't really
mesh.
Like if this picture might show it, you can see there's a bit like under the 5. There's a gap.
Yeah.
That's like it's the seal isn't even touching like that, so air just goes right in there. So I went and like readjusted all that, adjusted the hood down, got the bumper actually up, and now it seals perfectly. And then I also added a plate where the latch used to go, so now it ducts itself better, so that the air doesn't go up. So I ducted that as well. I'm doing things, Adam.
I mean, that's definitely not where you want air to be getting in. That's the worst place to get air in on the front of the car.
Yep.
Because it's going to do is create lift.
Yep. So yeah, that's all fixed and sealed and good now. And then what else did I do? Then I also made a heel plate, and I talked about this that I didn't really like the heel plate I had before.
Yeah, that wasn't like level or something.
It wasn't level, and then it had like inverted dimple dies in the front for for air quote grip. But then your foot's never level because it's like on the edge of the dimple.
Was that a factory piece?
No, God, no. It was
okay.
From some sketchy drift website.
Oh, well, there's your first problem,
exactly.
Robbie. It wasn't designed for function. It was designed for form.
So I'd never really liked it. I was never quite happy with it. And the company that made one that I liked was like $300.
Oof.
And I finally I was gonna bite the bullet. I was like, this is the one I want.
Tired of this.
I'm tired of this. So I emailed them, and I waited a month because like it's one of those. Have I talked about it on the show?
No, I don't think so. I think you just told me, and I laughed really hard because it's terrible.
So this company makes them, and it's made to order because they like basically custom.
Because 6 people need it.
Exactly. So he'll take.
They're like hydraulic seals.
Sure. So then you message them and say, "Hey, put me on the list for the next time you make a batch."
Yeah.
And then a month goes by.
That's how everything in the Turbo Dodge community is made. It's made in batches, and they wait till the 20 people want it.
Yep. So I email him. He immediately responds like, maybe not immediately, but like within an hour or whatever, saying, "Yep, you're on the list next time I do it." And then I wait a month. No word whatsoever. Message him, "Hey, it's been a month. Just curious." I'm not asking. I'm literally not asking for an ET. I don't need it today. I don't even need it till like April. I just a rough estimate on when you think you can do this. Oh yeah, we decided to discontinue those. It's still active on your fucking website. Like I could go and order one right now, even weeks later. Today, their website is still active.
That sounds right.
Fucking annoying.
That sounds about right.
So then, out of spite, I go and order material.
And made it your damn self.
I order the aluminum sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Probably thicker than what the material they were going to send it in anyways.
You used blue grip tape, skateboard grip tape, didn't you, Robbie?
I sure did.
You bought blue specifically because it's blue, didn't you?
Yeah, it was $8. It was
fucking
worth it.
Robbie, god damn it!
I'm annoyed that I had to piece it together.
I just realized that's what that is.
Yep.
Is grip tape.
Yep.
I thought that was the plate.
No.
And then you said you made it, and I see that it goes all the way to the seat bar, if you will.
Yep.
And then I realized, oh fuck, he bought blue skateboard grip tape to match his blue cage.
It does match pretty well, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm sure you're very proud of it too, aren't you?
It's a good $8. It was worth it. It was an Amazon skateboard grip tape for $8. Jess wasn't gonna let me order the naked lady ones. She got all mad.
Why is she no fun?
I don't know, dude.
God.
Fucking cockblocks.
Worst.
So
wives don't change anything.
They do. They change everything. I'm not even gonna like. They change everything. But yeah. So out of spite, as soon as I got the email, I went online and was like, all right, so I know exactly. Like I roughly knew what I needed. So I knew what like the square footage, and I knew that they were probably going to send it in. It was either going to be 32 thou or 63 thou aluminum sheet. And I found a 100 thou sheet. I knew I didn't want to go that thick, but I also didn't want to have to dimple it for the rigidity, because every time I drop a fucking bolt, it goes into that little crease, and then I have to take the plate off to get the bolt, or go and get a magnet if I can get to it.
Wait, what?
So on the left side, there's a channel that's like 4 inches deep. It's like 4 inches wide by 4 inches deep that just runs across. So like that's where the cage drops down to. So on the left side, so they had it dimpled. Everything
the one that you had before,
and the one I was gonna buy.
Oh, okay.
So to add rigidity to it, they add, so basically everywhere that's not grip tape on mine, they have dimples, holes.
So I want to say that my dad has a bead roller.
I don't need it, but it's good to that is good to know.
I think he has one.
Okay.
I'll have to double check with him, but I think he has a bead roller, which could accomplish the same
without cutting a hole,
without having to cut holes.
Yep. So like,
because that's where my head went first. I was like, why do you have a 4-inch deep bead roll? Like, that doesn't make any sense. How are you losing bolts in bead rolls? But now I see what you're saying. There's the dimple die with the hole in the middle.
Yep. And then it just no. There was a couple times where I had to take it out because the bolt fell like to a place where I couldn't get with a magnet. It was really annoying.
Yeah, that would suck.
So but I did CAD again. Got some cardboard and some tape, and I laid it in there and I trimmed it all nice and got it exactly where I wanted it. And then I used my Black & Decker skill cut out or whatever, the little handheld cutter, and I cut it all out.
I like how you've got like you hammer. I assume you used a hammer to like bend those tabs and all that stuff.
I put them in my vise and I just bent it.
Oh yeah.
And then I put it in the car and was like, that's the right angle. And then I bent it. And
it looks good, Robbie.
then I riv nutted all the sides. I don't have the bolts in the picture, but like I riv nutted all those tabs in place.
Yeah.
And then I still was gonna order the dead pedal from that guy's website, but they were $100, and I didn't like the angle it was at.
That's too much money.
It's way too much fucking, and it looked like it was 32 thou thick material, like fucking paper thin.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna bend this, and there's no bracing behind it. I'm gonna bend my plate.
That's
I'm
too
not gonna be
much.
happy, and it's too expensive.
That's too much.
So I went on eBay and I found a cast aluminum throttle pedal for a dune buggy. For $25 shipped to my door.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. And it had a little...
I wish that you would have bought the one that has like the 5-toe print thing on it. That would have made me so happy.
It crossed my mind.
That would have been the best.
I think they were all more expensive.
They're probably also
Wider.
like they
Yeah.
are not V-shaped, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
And so like at the top they'd probably be too wide and they'd be in the way of the clutch pedal all the time.
Yeah. I could have trimmed it, I guess, but like because this one kind of had like a little notch on the right side for catching your foot for when you're throttling, which has been perfectly in the way. Mm-hmm. So I just lopped that off.
Right.
But then it bolted, riv nutted it to the plate. So I have it so that my foot doesn't have to be moved back or forth to be on the dead pedal versus the clutch. I just
have to go left or right.
I just move it over and then I can push the clutch and pull out.
Nice.
And then move it over to the
noise.
Put blue grip tape on that, and then it needed bracing, so then I just used some of the material I had. So basically, I can if I change my mind on where I want the angle, I got a bolt behind it just because it has a throttle stop. So I have a longer bolt to hold it where I want, and then I have a brace that goes to my firewall that everything's bolted in place.
Yeah.
So it is perfectly rigid.
Yeah.
And I'm extremely happy with it.
That's fancy, Robbie. I like it.
I'm very, very happy with my heel plate.
See, I think the little ergonomic things,
it's going to make a huge difference.
I think it makes a big difference. I think it's really important. It's more important than people give it credit for.
And I had a epiphany or whatever, and so more things that I've done. So Josh, my buddy Josh, upgraded his sim rig and then sold me his hand-me-down Fanatec Club Sport and Formula Carbon wheel.
Oh shit! I didn't notice you have a Fanatec now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
So
welcome to the club.
So I was installing that the other day, and the wheel sticks out a little bit further than where mine was. So I had to adjust luckily the seat's on rails, so I just adjusted my seat back. But then I had to move my pedals because they're not on. Like it's just bolted to that wood frame I made.
Yep.
So I moved the pedals back to where I wanted them, to where I was happy with where I was at with my hands on the steering wheel. And as I'm noticing, I'm like leaning back further than I've ever sat in the sim before or in my race car. Like I was like my seating position was reclined in a way that I've never done that before. And I was really comfortable. So I was like, let's just roll with it. So then I did a couple tests. I don't know.
Laps?
Yeah, not races, but laps. And like I realized when I was braking, the pressure, like because I have one of the pressure transducer mods or whatever.
Yeah.
So when it actually takes force to press the brakes. So when I did that, you could feel it like the force through my leg and then through my back, and then where my back was touching the seat was kind of centered, like below my shoulder blades, centered. And I had all sorts of back problems after RPM in Heartland Park, all the time, really, in the Z. And I think it was because my seating position was too vertical. Mm-hmm. So when I would hit the brake, that force would go directly through my leg, directly through my hips, and to my lower back. And my back has a little bit of a curve in it naturally. And my chiropractor says that. He's like, you do have a natural curve, but you are way the fuck out. Like something is clearly wrong. And after every race or every race weekend, my back would be unbelievably sore.
Do you have that problem in the NPO 1?
No.
Oh, shit, Robbie.
So that is something I bought on Black Friday. a PCI Racing seat bracket. I didn't want to make one this time. I just bought a really nice one. Be fucking done with it.
Yeah,
So,
but that has some recline to it, then.
It has some recline to it, and you can adjust it bolts into the factory position.
Yeah,
but has
yeah.
a lot of
Those are fancy ones.
It's a nice one.
Attaboy.
I got a Safecraft Sawbelt. I got a Sawbelt racing seat with full containment.
Yeah.
So I'm really
the one that Jason picked up for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Real excited about that. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna try that seating position based on the seating position I was extremely happy with in my sim.
Okay.
Because I think that's gonna help my back a lot.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, maybe it's the seat, because it's the seat bracket I always had a little bit of play to it. So when I'd hit the brake, you
could feel it twist just a little bit.
The whole thing would twist. Mm-hmm. It's like that's why I knew I had to replace that this year, no matter what.
Right.
But now I think I think the biggest issue was my seating position. It felt comfortable in the just sitting there.
Yeah.
But in a race, the forces through my lower back was too much.
Interesting.
Because I'd get, even recently, up until I redid the whole setup.
Yeah.
I would also get sore in the sim.
But that never happened in the NPO1.
Never in the NPO1 ever.
Which you are damn near laying on your back in.
Yeah, you're like a Formula One driver in that, with your feet basically straight out.
Yeah.
And you're leaned way back.
Yeah, your butt is lower than your feet, isn't it?
No, I think they're basically level.
Okay.
But your legs go up over the fire extinguisher or the bottle.
Right.
So, I'm trying to think, what else have I done?
That's cool though. Little things like that, I think, make a huge difference.
Yeah, because So I replaced I got the pedal covers, like aluminum pedal covers as well. It's like those are a nice little upgrade. But yeah, I think the ergonomics of my seating position and like where my feet go, everything's night and day.
The other thing is that the fact that you're able to focus on these things means that the car as a whole is getting to the point where you don't have to. There's not as much left that are big improvements.
Yeah.
So now you get to focus on doing the little stuff, which I think is a point that a lot of people never get to.
Yeah. Because, besides the Hall Tech, which will be a large endeavor, of course.
Yeah. But, you've done everything else.
Basically, yeah.
Sort of I'm going to get a spare motor on a stand and stuff like that. There's not...
Which is on the list.
There's not a whole lot of stuff left that makes sense.
No, not unless I go to a totally different engine.
Right.
So...
Right.
But then...
Or platform. But,
Right, and I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not going to chase the rules based on, or buy a car to chase the rules. I'm just not. I'm not that. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. There's a
But
lot more in this chassis than you're getting out of it now.
And to that point,
so you could go buy a Corvette and not be,
straight to the front.
Let's just say that they're still they're just like they're just an absolute dominant, even with the rule changes or whether they were or weren't last year, whatever. But it wasn't the car that was not putting you in the top 5.
No, I'm fully aware that there's seconds being left on the table just
right
by the fact that I'm not doing the things.
Right.
Which is why some of the other expenses that I did, not based on the car, were money spent on coaching type stuff, Fire Lap subscription, stuff like that.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Look at you, Robbie. I'm so proud of you.
I guess. I don't know. It's really funny because I bought I can never pronounce his name right. Swelio Armedia. He's like a sim racing guru.
He's the Ross Bentley of sim racing.
Yes, and arguably as good or better of a coach. When it comes to describing things.
Yeah.
Because he has a whole you pay for it. But it's a whole video series of coaching and techniques. And just ways to break down data, ways to break down video.
You could not get me to watch that stuff.
I
would get so bored. That's the problem with this stuff.
I have picked up so much. I haven't talked about it, but I've been doing a lot of solo by myself sim stuff, just lap after lap after lap, and then doing what he says to do, evaluating data, my videos. And then kind of paying attention to what he's saying. and I'm cutting seconds off my lap times. The other day, I jumped in a public lobby for the first time in almost 2 years. Because like in the summer, I've tried it a couple times, and then I get wrecked out. I'm like, fuck this, and then I don't touch the sim for a month,
Right.
or longer. So I did, I think maybe 6 iRaces all of 2022 and 2023 up until this point.
Right.
So I went in, did a half-hour practice, and again, my iRating's really low because I haven't touched it in almost 2 years.
Right.
Was 2 seconds faster than the guy in second place. Put it on pole, and was
Just walked away.
walked the fuck away. And just, that wasn't the case a couple of years. Granted, again, the strength of the field was pretty low, but it's a good place to start
Right.
for the winter.
I mean, that your iRating didn't get lower just because you weren't using it.
yeah, it is.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I didn't know
It like 2 years of not touching it, it'll put you back. It'll put you down.
Oh, really?
Because it'll assume that you can't just pick up and be like, I knew exactly what I did 2 years ago.
Oh,
and
okay.
They'll assume there's rust.
Okay. I didn't realize that it would do that to you. That's funny.
I went from like I think I was at like 1400 the last time I touched it, and was actively using it.
Yeah. What's a...
I think I can't remember what like where you start at, and then I dropped down to like at 850 or 900.
What's like a Tom O'Gorman number?
Like 3,000 probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like a Max Verstappen's like a 5,000, I think.
Okay.
Or something crazy. I don't know what the number actually goes to.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm hoping once I get the haul tech done, I can bring the car to Dayton, let him do what he needs to do, because we're going to tie in the Mark 60. We're going to do all sorts of like shit with it.
Traction control and ABS and all the things that Robbie hates.
I know.
So exciting.
But you got to do it.
Exciting.
You got to do it.
So exciting, Robbie.
But yeah, my plan is to have the car ready for tuning. All the mods and upgrades will be done here in the next month or two. Hopefully, like my stretch goal is to have it done by the end of Christmas break.
Yeah.
And then if it's not done by January, then something went wrong. But I want to basically have the car ready to be dropped off in Ohio by my birthday,
So that we can take it to COTA in March.
so that I can focus on sim racing and techniques.
And taking it to COTA in March.
It's not currently on. Well, it's not on the schedule, man. I don't.
Start off strong, Robbie.
I would like to do COTA, but yeah, it's not currently on the list. But I'm not ruling it out.
Okay.
There's a bunch of other tracks I want to do that are closer.
I mean, like,
Well, I guess Mid Ohio's not really closer now, is it? But
it's probably an hour closer,
all right, we'll see. We'll go with that one. It's closer.
but it's still over 12,
It is over 12, and it's Ohio.
as is like basically
Everything
every other track in the country at this point.
Yeah, the Grid Life schedule. There's 11 tracks. Are there 11 announced or 10 announced? Either way, 5 of them are over 24 hours of driving. So those are all out.
Round trip or one way?
One way.
Oof.
So those are all out.
5 of them?
5 of them would be at least 24 hours of driving. If you go on like Google and say, take me to Carolina Motorsports Park, it'll say like 19 hours and whatever,
Right.
but you know you're not driving a truck and trailer in 19 hours.
Right. Lime Rock is probably 18 or 19
I think
hours.
it's 19 on Google.
It's 12 hours from here to Katie's grandma, and I think it's another 6 hours to Lime Rock. So 18 or 19. And then there's 3 California events.
Obviously not going to do those.
No.
No. I think the furthest west I'll go is High Plains for mid of TT.
I think like that's the furthest west you go, full stop. Like regardless of who you were racing with, that's probably all the farther west you're going to go.
That's fair. I mean, I would love to. Those California tracks would be awesome.
Oh, dude.
But I'm not taking a whole week of vacation
Right.
just to be driving there.
Right. And it's like, I don't know,
It's not,
ballpark like $3,500 to ship a car out there or
I'm not
whatever
doing that. I'm not
that is.
doing
You
that
know,
yet.
it's
that's I will not ship a car if I can't have if I can't have like all my tools and like a way to fix the car while I'm there.
right.
There's no
that's the
fucking
thing
point.
is like,
there's no point.
If you ship the car, you're still going to end up driving. So you just will have towed the car yourself.
Right. Or even if I fly in, like, yeah.
Well, I'm saying because you're going to want all your stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah. No, I mean, I could probably lean on people and hope that everything goes well, but experience has taught me that that's not going to fucking work. I'm going to show up and I'm going to need like that $20 part that's sitting in my spares box at home that I can't get anywhere else.
We can't have weekends go well when we're 6 hours away at Road America.
No, we can't.
Why do you think it's going to go well 26 hours away?
It ain't going to go well.
Seca?
It's going to go terribly. So until I can start to get to that point where it's like, yeah, everything's going great all the time. But yeah, that doesn't exist.
No, not yet.
No.
I do think that is within your grasp.
What, like that reliability?
Where you're just, you're just nut and bolting your car and focusing on you.
Yeah, and
on race
I
weekends.
should have been there this year,
right?
Because that weird tuning bullshit was.
It might not be the first race this year, but I do think that you're within. You can reach that bone.
Yeah,
you're not that far away from it.
No, I should be fine.
Yeah,
no, I'm feeling confident. Everything's going the right direction. So
it's just annoying how long it takes.
It does,
but I think that this is important. We've always been very transparent about
absolutely
this shit.
Yeah,
people need to realize.
I don't know if I said it publicly on the show or not, but like, as awesome as it was driving the NPO1, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The amount of worked per amount of minutes driven. The only time it wasn't completely in the wrong direction was the one race at High Plains.
Right.
Every other time it was not worth it. It was just,
and that car was still a long ways away from being there.
Yeah, it wasn't anywhere close to as fast as the front NPO ones.
Well, no, not even that, but it was still there was still a lot of things that needed to be done on that car to make it what you needed it to be, just to be able to start fine tuning the car to make it that fast.
Yeah, we never got to the point where we were actually doing any real setup stuff or testing. It was always thrashing just to make it to the starting grid.
Right.
So yeah, it was very frustrating. And then to go and think I have the Z finally where I thought it was going to be good, and come to find out so the VQ the DE should never go above 7,200 RPM.
What do you rev to?
They revved it to 7,400.
Okay.
That's when connecting rod bolts come out.
Ooh.
So the fact that I never lost that engine is a fucking miracle, because I ran for a year and a month with that tune on it, with a tune that revved out to 7,400.
And you took it there regularly?
To that tuning shop? Or
no, to that number.
Not all the time, but
well, you've been there.
I've been there.
Right.
And then and then to have all the issues, looking at that and knowing that that engine was this close to probably just being gone.
I mean, that's still the engine that's in it.
It is. And it's the one I bought in boxes.
You say that engine like it was an engine that no longer is with us.
No, but it was just it's just fucking terrifying. As I'm talking to Joe about tuning and planning and looking at my old dyno sheets for the last 2 years, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Everything I know about the VQ, I'm looking at this going, you can't rev out a DE this high. The factory shift point is 6,750.
Oh man.
Anything above 7, you're risking problems.
Yeah.
7,400, that's that's the up rev. That's the newer version. That's the HR.
Right.
Nah, fuck it. 7,400. Fuck it. That connecting rod bolts snap above 7. And then
did you use OEM replacements when you built the motor?
Yeah.
Okay.
ARPs are going in it.
Okay.
Because I got some oil leaks, so we're gonna drop the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it well, just fucking do it.
Right.
It's one of those things I always wanted to do, and it's always been in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. And now that I know that, I don't trust them. Mm-hmm. Everything's fine. Everything's running fine. I haven't had any mail shavings. I haven't had any issues. We're gonna get ahead of that one because I don't trust them.
You should do a
full teardown.
No, an oil analysis.
Oh yeah, I should.
One of the Sunday Cup drivers, Bob Miller.
Yep.
He used to work for some of the oil analysis companies, and his personal opinion was that they don't look at a lot of the right stuff, and he'll do it. And his is more catered towards the race car mindset.
Yep.
So when you want to do that, you let me know, and I'll get you in touch with him.
Yeah, do that. Let me give you his contact.
Because he's always it's a thing he does kind of as a side gig, and I feel like it
be worth it.
Just might be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be good to know.
And I think I know we joke about for the content, but like
it'd be good. No,
it might be interesting content.
It'd be good to
see.
Yeah, if something comes.
I've always wondered, what information do I get?
Okay. Yeah, get me in touch.
Yeah.
But back to my original point. But like how hard 2022 was.
Yeah.
And then I go into 2023 and immediately have problems.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at just going like,
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, the amount of money and time it's going to take me to get even back to square one.
Yeah.
By the time I finally said I'm not taking the Z back on track at Midwest Festival, I had no plans on putting that car back on track anytime in the future. No joke. Joe at Doula Design taking any sort of interest in doing my tuning, helping me get back on track, like any of that. If that didn't happen, I probably wouldn't have been on track again this year.
Right.
And probably would have not been excited to go back on track ever.
Yeah.
I was fucking over it, dude. I was ready to fucking quit.
I'm aware. I could tell.
So then I've spent a bunch of money through Joe. So it's worked out for him.
So here's where I sit on this. Like, so
he's an enabler too.
I've known you long enough to know that you were beyond done with this.
I was
like, I can
way
tell.
beyond where I was willing
But
to go.
here's where I struggle with this is your friend is like, I want to help you, but you're notoriously unhelpable. And like, I don't know what I can do.
That's just at that point there was nothing to be done.
Right.
Because even like
I'm not the person who could do it either.
No. And that's where I was at too. Like
all I could do is just like be positive and like just make sure that if you need something. But like there's nothing else I can do about it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the Road Americas, that was really annoying and frustrating, but that didn't bother me near as bad as Midwest Festival. I was ready to just park the car.
Well, I think that I think you came into Midwest Fest a lot more hopeful.
Yeah. Well, I went into Road America feeling way more hopeful.
But
still jaded.
I don't know that you felt as good about it coming into the weekend as you did about it at Midwest Festival.
No, definitely not.
Mostly because of how Midwest Festival went.
Right.
There was no way you were going to go into Road America all happy-go-lucky.
Yep.
And like, this is going to be the best weekend of my life.
Yep. That and
where I think you might have thought that at Midwest Fest.
Yeah, I had high hopes.
This is going to be the best racing weekend I've ever had.
Yeah, for sure.
This is going to be great.
Yep. This is the best the car's ever felt.
Right.
Everything feels good.
Right.
No.
And then
it's the worst it's ever been.
crapped on your heart.
Oh, yeah.
Should have blown that motor up.
No. But it worked out. But yeah, it was just, and that's just it. Like, had Joe not taken a look at the car, I don't know if I ever would have truly been able to figure it out. Because that would have been all this stuff that was wrong was beyond what I would have been able to look into.
Right. Yeah. You're not a tuner.
So, and that's where all the issues lied.
So. For being a drifter, he's not such a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So, but yeah, it's but yeah, obviously installing the Haltech will be a big undertaking. I'm feeling pretty confident. I've planned ahead enough that I've set myself up to succeed. I have enough resources.
So
I can reach out to Haltech because I bought a brand new Haltech, but
the AEM that you had in the 240.
Yep.
Was that a plug and play?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a brand new endeavor for you.
This is it's a Haltech Nexus R3. It is, you get a,
but like the building a harness and stuff like that. This is
for an engine. Yeah, this is new for an engine. I've never done an engine. I did the Mark 60. That was a brand new home built harness. This will be flying leads, but then I have to set up every single sensor, and because like it doesn't say like wires 1 and 3 go to sensor, cam sensor, whatever.
Right.
You these inputs, these outputs, like you go through and you pick like
you
these wires
input
go here.
one goes to my coolant sensor.
Yep.
Input two goes to my oil temp sensor. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was my biggest concern was like some of that seemed backwards to me. Like it read like whatever input, and then like the wiring seemed backwards. Like luckily Haltech has a bunch of support on their website, so I was able to like plan it ahead. Joe looked it over and thought it was like for sure in the right direction. So we'll get us going, and then we'll go from there. But that'll be my big Christmas project.
It'll be interesting just because, I mean, there's a reason you're a mechanical engineer and not an electrical engineer.
I do okay with this type of stuff, but I wouldn't be able to design.
You've said that before.
I don't. I like electrical engineering design type stuff. Fuck,
doesn't
that,
make any
man.
sense.
No, imaginary numbers.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Literally.
Yeah, that's what they teach you. Imaginary numbers.
Yeah,
dumb.
Yeah,
but no, this shouldn't be over my head. It's just understanding the logic behind the inputs and outputs and how you program the ECU. It's fine. How hard could it be?
But we know a bunch of people who have done like factory controller programming.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that stuff is shockingly similar.
Well, I mean, I got Chris on Facebook who was at Haltech up until just recently. Now he took a different role.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, I can reach out to him. I can reach out to Haltech. Joe. I mean, I got some
James.
resources. Yep. So I mean, I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
Jabay wired his Haltech in. He knows a bunch of stuff about him.
Yep. That, or I could just ask Jabay if he hasn't, who do you recommend? And then he, just like with the suspension stuff, he's got the connection too. So I think we'll be okay there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. The car's going in the right direction. I'm making improvements, and I'm not chasing after too much shit. And then I can really start focusing on myself as a driver, which I know there's seconds there.
Yeah. Cars are dumb, Robbie.
Yeah, it's a stupid hobby.
My dad says that now.
Yeah?
Cars are dumb.
Why, is he sick of drag racing?
No, because we say it.
Oh.
So, like, that's worked its way into his every day.
What a stupid hobby.
Yeah. So.
That's all right. I think we did a podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far into it are we?
Hour 46.
I have like a 5-minute story.
I got all night, dude.
I don't know if my dad's going to get mad at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it.
It's okay. I talked about Dusty ordering stuff on Black Friday.
So that's fine. So my dad has been trying to sell a Pontiac engine on Facebook for quite some time now. And this is just a block. If I remember right, it was a block and like
a rotating assembly.
It was no crank. I think it was just connecting rods, pistons, and a block.
Completely disassembled.
No heads.
Yep.
No heads. No crank. I think it had the main caps.
Okay.
But that was it.
So is this something he scavenged off of?
I don't know where he ended up with it. I don't know any backstory on it.
Fair enough.
I think it's known good, I think.
Okay.
But just
a
block. Basically a bare block.
That he's had a while.
He's had for a while, yeah. I don't know where it would have came from because I don't remember parting out anything recently. So I think it's known good. I think it, needs to see a machine shop, but is not a mystery.
Yep.
Had it for sale for $400. I don't know if that's a good amount of money or a reasonable
seems
or like
fair.
a lot, or I don't know. I don't know the market on
old Pontiacs,
old Pontiac engines, but it was on Marketplace for like 2 months.
Yep.
And never sold. Not a movement. Not a message. Right.
I understand how that goes. Yes.
Yeah. And then this guy out of the blue messages him about it, and they went back and forth a few days, and the guy agreed to come and pick it up on Saturday at 11 or whatever that time was. Right. And then somebody reached out to him like Friday night or Saturday morning and was like, yeah, I'll buy that.
Great.
$400. No negotiating, nothing. Like, I'll buy it. And my dad said, well, I have somebody who's coming to pick it up at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So
if they say no, then sure.
Yeah. And that guy said, I can be there before that and I'll give you $6 for it.
Oh.
And my dad said no.
Because he's already made an agreement with.
And I'm just
he's a man of his words.
And I'm just curious how many people would do that.
Nobody. If I had I mean, because I sold that 4-wheeler that I've been sitting on for years.
Yeah,
I said I was going to get to, and I know I'm not going to.
Right.
And I wanted to buy that snowblower. I mean, I didn't want to, but it was about
You
time.
need to.
I needed to.
It's been a long time coming.
Yep. So I wanted that money to pay for the snowblower.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
same thing. I posted it, and I had a super fair price on it, and like I had 10 people that were interested all at once. And the first person that could show up with cash in hand was the one that got it.
Right.
I didn't care if someone's like, I'll give you more, or I'll give you that money tomorrow. If someone could give me that money today, it's theirs.
So let's pretend for a minute that it had been sitting on Facebook for quite some time with no movement.
Yep.
And then somebody got a hold of you.
Yep.
Would you hold it even if somebody else said,
No,
I'm coming to get it too?
There's no holds without a deposit.
Okay.
No holds.
Interesting.
I will. If someone says I can meet you on 2 days from now, I will prioritize making sure I'm available.
Right.
And then be available on that time.
Right.
But if someone comes in and says they can be there earlier,
Okay.
no deposit, no saves.
Okay. Good to know. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Because I told my dad that's not how most people would work.
Yeah. No.
I think I probably would have honored the deal too.
I mean, I get it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not discrediting it at all.
No, and I'm not saying that makes you a bad person.
Eh.
It's no less or no more egregious than your bid sniping that I don't approve of. So it's fine, whatever.
I'll have you know, all of the stuff that I have bought this year
Here we go.
has been
Here we go.
has been at like websites.
That doesn't change
And
your
then
past, Robbie.
I don't think I did any real sniping on any of the parts I bought in the last month.
That doesn't change what you've done in the past, Robbie.
I have lowballed offers and then negotiated a price on some stuff, but I didn't snipe anything.
That doesn't change what you've done, Robbie.
I'm trying to think what the last thing I sniped was.
A 9 Lives wing.
That was the last big item for sure.
Literally one of the funniest things that's ever happened.
It's the best. I like the fact that everyone else still finds it funny that I tag them on every single one of their saves or their posts that when they have a sale. He either hates me or really thinks I'm funny. No in between.
No.
Either,
No, that's fair.
He either never listened again and he fucking hates me.
Well, so I
or
think
he's
the
totally
fact
in.
that he called you out on the group shows that he was a good sport
sport
about it.
Yeah, and he ended up getting a wing at the next one.
Okay, well, see, we're good then.
Because I think because I tagged him on it, not the Black Friday sale, the one before that, where they did the scratch and dent sale, and then he had posted pictures of his car with the wing that he ended up buying the next auction.
Okay,
So
well, there you go.
it all works out.
Too funny.
Yep.
But I don't know. It was just a hypothetical thing.
Yep.
I was just curious.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think I would have told that guy. I would have told that guy, like, you can come get it if he doesn't take it, and I'll take your $400. I'm not going to take your $600.
See, as soon as someone offers more, though, I will accept a bidding war. If you want to go down that path, by all means. I'm not going to say no to an extra 30% of money.
I'm just curious what guy B, why he was so desperate.
It is weird that all of a sudden today
He was like, I need this today, and I'm willing to pay you 50% more than your asking price, and come leave my house right now and come and get this thing if you'll sell it to me. What? Why was he so desperate?
It is odd.
I mean, it's not like it was a motor that was like.
No,
It's not like this was an LS
he
that
could
was
just throw in this weekend.
that oh shit, I blew up my motor and I need a junkyard 5.3 because I got a cash race on Saturday and it's Friday.
Exactly.
Like, that motor is still 2 months out from being a running motor at most machine shops this day.
If you're lucky.
Right. So it's just weird to me.
It is strange. The sense of urgency.
My dad told me that, because I had talked to him about it, and I had said, you're a better man than most people I know.
For sure.
For that.
Yeah.
And he said his response to that was that the Pontiac community in any given area is very small. And the chances that he is going to deal with the person who he honored the deal with again, whether he's buying or selling, is pretty high.
Yeah.
And if he would have sold it out from underneath him, that guy wouldn't have forgotten that.
But at the same time, he's got to understand if someone walks in and is just like, I'll give you 50% more right now, it's kind of hard to ignore that.
I don't know that he was selling
it.
Nothing
personal.
I mean, I don't think he was selling it more for the. I think it was
probably
more
just to get it out of
his shop than it was
But at the same time,
for the money.
Yeah, I think people would understand. Like, that guy was willing to pay more than me.
Yeah, well,
I mean, right or wrong, it is what it is.
It's just an interesting scenario.
It is. It and Facebook Marketplace is nothing but interesting.
It's a
scenarios.
cesspool of terribleness, Robbie.
Every time I want to buy something, like the reason I never got that 4-wheeler done is because the guy that had literally every part that I needed.
Yeah, you told me that he just would never message you back.
I'd message him. We'd make an agreement on, like, I wouldn't even argue price because it was a fair price.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can pick it up today, and then he completely ghosts me, and then like 2 weeks later he'd respond. I'm like, well, I'm not available now. I can be available tomorrow.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, great. And then like ghost me again, and then I'd report the like after long enough, I'd report the post, and then it would take it out, and then he'd post it again, and then
that's what shocks me.
Then I'd message him again and say, "Hey, I will take that," and then ghost me again. It's like
I don't understand.
It was the weirdest.
That makes no
thing.
sense.
And he's still sitting on it.
Like,
It's
are
still
you trying to sell this or not?
It's still for sale today.
But like, I could see him posting it once and then whatever. But like, if it got taken down and he put it back up again, what are you doing?
Right. I don't get it.
And from what you've said, it's not like you were asking him to bring it to you or meet him. You were going to go to where it was and take it from him.
On the days that he responded, it was like, because I would try to message on a Saturday where I knew I didn't have anything going on. I'm like, hey, I can come to Ames today.
Right.
Or I messaged him every single time I was in Ames.
Right.
Or I was going to go to Ames,
right,
whether or not to take my pickup or not. Like if I'm going to Ames today and you're available, I will take my pickup and I will take this from you.
Right.
Never got back to me, so I sold mine. Heck with it. I ended up selling it for way more than I thought I'd get out of it.
You should
immediately.
Yeah. You should be like, you know what, guy? Fuck you. I just sold mine instead. Good luck.
Yep.
And then block him or something.
It was perfect. Yeah, I put it for sale, and some kid showed up. He said that his younger brother had blown up the engine in his, and I'm like, here's a good engine. It hasn't been started in a couple of years, but it's a good engine with a bent chassis. It's exactly what you need for basically pennies on the dollar.
Right. Cool.
Yep.
And now you got a snowblower.
Now I got a snowblower.
Fucking adulting.
It sucks
it's
so
gross,
bad.
Robbie.
It sucks so bad. Oh, well. Hopefully I don't have to use it much. I used it during this last snow just to verify that it works the way I expected.
Was there even enough snow to do that?
Yeah, a little.
Oh, okay.
A little. But I think it's set too low because it pulled up way more rocks than I wanted, so we'll adjust that.
That was one of my requirements when I bought a house, was that it was paved.
Yeah.
And Katie's like, I don't understand why that's such a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I'm like, yeah, it's a big deal, Katie. How am I going to scoop gravel?
Sucks. You just push all the rocks into your yard.
My wrists are fucked already.
Yeah.
From rollerblading.
Yeah, that or you just get a big push and then you push it into the ground and then you have a big pile of rocks every year. It's fun.
And then you got to grade that back out.
Yeah. Every year.
Get more dropped off.
Yeah. And then you get when they push your rocks into the neighbor's yard, then they come over and yell at me. I'm like, I didn't fucking push the rocks. You watched him do it. Yell at him. Oh, well.
All right, Robbie, that's all I got.
We will catch everybody next week.